Hello YouTube, welcome and all, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, where we are still at war with Zhang Zi. Do you know what? Let's have a look at this. Because we got... Have we got an army? No, we don't. Okay. Oh, we have... Oh, Zog submits to Italy. An ultimatum has been delivered to the Albanian government by Italian diplomats, demanding that they submit to a complete military occupation. King Zog has abdicated after realizing the futility of resistance, and Albania will now be ruled in a personal union under King Victor Emmanuel III. Italy looks to the Balkans. Yeah, you guys are just absolutely... It's a slog for you guys. I haven't got any... You can join that army there, please and thank you. We do have spare fleet. Do you know what? Let's have a look at our navies and see. There's bound to be some... Go, upgrade your Fuso to the Congo class. You upgrade you to the Congo class. Oh, we got some unassigned divisions. Gonna research some more stuff. What else can? What else do we need to research? You know what? Yeah, we're actually doing. We're gonna have a new general. We're gonna have a new field marshal. And what we're gonna do, pull those down. Put that up. Here we go. Right. Any unit that is not cancel. Yep. You join that. Okay. You guys are going fine. There we go. Oh. No, you guys. Oh, the Manchurian Project. More units. Strike South Doctrine. Oh, yeah, Trickle States. Hold on. Oh. Okay, so let's take Zhang Zi and that. Instead. Take you. Enter. Done. Lovely. Okay, you are gonna go. No. Right. We're gonna shorten your front line to that. Lovely. And you are going to go with an offensive line. I think just to that river. That should be fine. There's the march. No airfields. Another unassigned division. You go there. Yeah, give me that. Really should be one of the first things I got. Do you have an available war goal? Yeah, towed anti-air we're making piercing cap shell. Get me that. Grand battle plan's done. You join that. Oh, yeah. Oh, a bunch of stuff has happened. Italy abandons naval treaty. Benito Mussolini today announced that Italy would no longer consider herself bound by the naval treaty she has signed. The world situation, he said, has made the choice inevitable. Italy has apparently received reliable reports that several neighbouring countries have begun aggressive naval expansion programs that threaten legitimate Italian interests in the area. The Italian Admiralty has refused to comment on rumours that several ships currently under construction were already planned without treaty restrictions in mind. Polish-Romanian alliance. Poland and Romania have now bought new commitment to each other's defence, although the good relations have existed between two nations well over a decade now. Today's announcement indicates the policy of mutual defence is increasingly dominating military planning in both Poland and Romania. And the Anschluss of Austria. After a successful coup d'etat by the local Nazi party in Vienna, German troops have crossed the Austrian border and taken control of the country. No fighting has been reported, and the German soldiers were greeted with cheering crowds in the cities. In a speech before a massive crowd at the Heidenplatz in Vienna, Hitler announced the Anschluss of Austria, annexing the country into Germany. The oldest eastern province of the German people shall be, from this point on, the newest bastion of the German Reich. Well, if that's what they want. Strike south. Alliance with Siam. Right, okay, first things first. Yes, we will abandon the naval treaty. The United Kingdom issues a stern warning. The British ambassador to our country has today called upon Hirohito to deliver a note from his government. They are watching our continued naval expansion with great concern, and now consider our navy as a destabilizing factor in the region. Should we continue our current program of naval expansion, the note continues, the British government will be forced to consider all possible measures. A transparent bluff. How are we doing for building ships? You know what? Cancel that. Design lacks one or more. Could you tell me what I meant? What I'm lacking? Oh, it might be that small caliber, or that fire control. No, it probably is that. Let's have a look. Is there a way to say... Look at that bad boy. Look at it. Over that, we do need... Test the Soviets. Which is in... Demand Indochina. We'll see what France do when we do that. We're down 40 iron. Modify the government. Actually, hold on. Ile-de-France, not controlled by France. So, improved air catapults. Active sonar. You're still going. Actually, no. Let's get. Can modify the government. Deck size minus... Oh, Yeah, enable research speed, please, and thank you. Decisions available. Paramilitary training in Minguko. Oh, 321 days. Okay, you are done. Yeah, that's researched. Well, it doesn't have a battleship. Land doctrine. Do I want artillery? What are we? June 1938. Get me that boost, please, and thank you. Right, this army here.
Hit it!
Do I want? Yeah, let's do a naval invasion. Nagasaki. Sire rejects offer to join the. Oh, our differences are too great. That. Oh well. Let's get the non-aggression pact with the Soviets. Cordon Santier. Citing the increased dangers posed by the ideologies to the east and west, the Romanians have announced the formation of the Cordon Sanitaire. The alliance welcomes all who find themselves strangled by fascism and communism in Eastern Europe, and already some countries are considering to join their forces with Romania. Now who's being hostile?
Shit!
Okinawa. Iwo there's a bunch of little islands over here, although I really... Okay. Let's get you a general. Let's get you a general, shall we? You can have him. I think 5 is the maximum we can get, although... You think you're good? Concentrated infantry, industry. That, please. How are we doing on that? We are down 12,000 on infantry. Balearic Islands ceded to Italy. Following reliance on the Italian forces in the Spanish Civil War, Italy has requested the Balearic Islands from nationalist Spain. Francesco Franco has acquiesced, highlighting the diplomatic move as a strengthening of the bonds between the two nations. As for Italy, naval bases in the Balearic Islands will allow them to exert greater influence over the Strait of Gibraltar and give them better access to the Atlantic. Awesome. You join that army, please. There we go. How many are we going to do? 3. And you can join... You can go. Yeah. Oh, no. No. You can deploy. Once. There we go. The 4th International. A number of communist delegates from around the world met in Paris today for a founding conference, laying the groundwork for what has been known as the 4th International. Calls for its formation have existed for years, with supporters of Trotsky's theories taking the lead. Stalin has responded to the growing support of Trotskyism abroad by ordering additional assassinations and increasing propaganda against his old rival. With the past purges of suspected Trotskyists in the high ranks of the Soviet military and leadership in recent memory, this is unlikely to be met with any resistance.
Video.
Oh, yeah, you can... Let's see, can you... Yes, you will support naval bombardment. Lovely. So the question becomes, do I think I'm ready?
준비 완료.
The Soviet Union accepts non-aggression pact. The Soviet Union has formally accepted a non-aggression pact. The German Reich declared war on Czechoslovakia. The Munich Diktat. German demands for Sudeten border territory in Czechoslovakia, which is home to a considerate German minority, has intensified recently. At the summit held in Munich, Germany, Britain and France at least sought to find a diplomatic solution to the so-called Sudeten crisis. Whilst Britain and France both accepted Germany's demands as reasonable, Czechoslovakia, which wasn't invited to conference, has refused to yield an inch. It now faces Germany alone in what appears to be a hopeless battle. Well, that does look great for the non-aggression pact with the Soviets. Ooh, I could go to total mobilization. Or... do I have anything else that can get me more industry? Yes. Oh, give me synthetic. Italy joined the Axis. We're still moving troops around. Computing machines done. Give that, please. Okay, so we're getting ready for more units. Construction 2 in September 1939. Oh, I wonder if that's what we're missing. I wonder if that's what we're missing to be able to build our very first battleship. 2.47 million. Improved machine tools. United Kingdom disavows appeasement. In the public announcement today, the new British Prime Minister, Winston Churchill, has announced a new government's intention to steer away from the course of appeasement that their predecessor had loyally maintained. In no uncertain terms, Winston Churchill made it clear that the United Kingdom's aim is to put a halt to the march of tyranny, wherever it may rear its ugly head. Whether the threats of war will serve to halt the expansionism of certain nations remains to be seen, but already recruitment programs are well underway in the United Kingdom, leading to creed in some of their statements. They've thrown down the gauntlet. They have indeed. That. Get me that. We do need steel. You know what, United States? Give me that.
Video.
More units. Lovely. The American ambassador to our country is to take hold on Hirohito to deliver an open. Watch about continued naval expansion with concern. That's a bluff as well. clearly above. 8 divisions.
了解
You are fully equipped. You know what? I think. Ooh, and another one. And we have 3 military factories. Go there.
了解移動準備完了気をつけ
There we go. We can modify the government. You know what? Let's get us weapon and thingy. Right. Okay. You know what? I think it's go time. No one is. Japan has declared war on China. Now it's holding Manchukuo. Poland seeks Baltic cooperation. There is no outcome for us that does not risk yet more oppression of the Polish people. Following Poland's distancing from the international community, Polish politicians have been persuading the idea of a power between the seas. While the hope is to create an alliance stretching from the Baltic to the Black Sea, their stated priority remains to reinforce their position against threatening influences to both east and to the west. To this end, Poland is seeking closer bonds with their neighbours in the Baltic. Coal liquefaction. You what? There we go. London Conference. Use the annexation of Austria into German areas basis of the claim. Germany has demanded the rightful return of the former Austrian territory of Slovenia from Yugoslavia. In response, the signatory of the Treaty Versailles have gathered in London to discuss the solution to the Slovenian question. This great peace conference has led to the decision that Yugoslavia should cede Slovenia to Germany in the name of lasting peace. Considering itself abandoned by the great powers of Europe, Prince Paul's government sees no options but to sign the agreement as presented. This will end well. Okay, so you guys... go. Got units coming over here. We're going to take this place, which is lovely. That's not good. Although we're getting reinforcements on this part. That's nice. Yeah, you join that, please. 9. Lovely. Communists have been defeated.
移動準備完了了解命令
Oh, we got Queen Dow here. We could definitely. Okay, how are we doing? Seems to be going okay-ish.
思いっきりやれ了解出撃だ
Keep the pressure going.
命令 攻撃を緩めるな
Taking game. Take
いけいけいけ
take that place, please. There we go. And that'll be it for this video. Thank you everyone for watching. I will see you on the next one. Until then, toodles.